welcome to Feminist videos. Just a quick reminder before we start for watching every last. Feminist is cancer.
What's up, cunts? Wrecked Feminist videos here. So earlier today I found a video that I just had to share with you all. If you've ever heard of Chanty Binks, otherwise known as Big Red, you'll know that she's a batshit crazy feminist that appeared on the internet about 3 years ago. In the video you're about to see, she complains about being filmed by men's rights protesters. Although she was in public at the time and, well, surrounded by cameras, she claims that it violated her privacy. It gets worse. What actually happened was that she and other feminists actually gathered at a men's rights meeting to protest against them. She or one of the feminists with her pulled the fire alarm inside the building, where Chanty Binks had then went outside and started to verbally attack the men around her. Now she's back, and what you're about to see is new footage captured of her on television. I warn you, the cancer is indeed real in this video, but it's also pretty fucking hilarious watching her trying to redeem herself. So let's watch.
Good evening, I'm Cynthia Mulligan. We begin with an exclusive City News story, one that began 3 years ago here at U of T in the St. George and Harvard area. Now imagine you're in a public space, somebody takes a video of you and posts it on YouTube. That's actually not uncommon, but in this case, that video went viral and sparked a barrage of online hate. 3 years later, that video is still haunting one woman.
Okay, let's just stop right there for a second. I like how the news is trying to take her side and make Chanty Binks seem like the victim, and as always, trying to instill fear into the public. Basically, she just said something along the lines of, could you imagine if you were walking down the street and someone filmed you and then the entire internet started abusing you? Well, but in reality, like I said earlier, Chanty Binks was bringing attention to herself by protesting against men's rights activists. She wanted to be the center of attention by telling everyone around her to quote unquote shut the fuck up.
I hope you die of breast cancer.
I look forward to the day your insides are sprayed along a busy sidewalk just so I can laugh at your empty, lifeless carcass.
Oh fuck, that was savage. Oh shit. That bitch remark at the end there, that was just icing on the cake. Well done, sir. But seriously guys, once again, the media is trying to confuse threats on the internet as being as real as threats in real life. I mean, I've had comments worse than that, but you don't see me crying about it on national television. For all you know, a 12-year-old that fucking plays Minecraft could have left that comment.
What could one person possibly have done to deserve these messages?
I would love to take a rifle and shoot you dead with it.
How do you feel? We are mere minutes from your address.
This is the woman on the receiving end of that online vitriol.
Well, I wonder who that could be. I was gonna ask, what was the point in blurring her face when we all know who she is? But then again, I think someone actually did us a favor.
They've since made my life, pretty much a living hell, where it's like I can't trust people.
It all started with this.
So, number one, shut the up for a second.
She's a vocal feminist activist. 3 years ago, she confronted a group of men's rights activists at U of T. This video was shot and posted on YouTube.
Hold on a second. That's my video. They might have blurred it out, but I'm almost fucking certain that's my video. I'm on TV. None of you said I'd make it. Look at me now. I'm fucking famous as shit. Fuck yeah. Next we'll be going to the fucking moon and shit.
Feminists do not want to be lonely. We do not hate nice guys.
And it went viral. With over 1.2 million views and still counting. The online reaction was swift, with hundreds of messages like this.
Gag, rape, and gut.
I tell one dude to shut up. Impolitely. Don't get me wrong. I knew.
You were pretty vocal.
I was pretty vocal. I was pretty rude. I'm not going to lie about that, and I won't deny that. But at the same time, it was still just a war of words.
So she just tried to justify herself being an absolute bitch by saying it was just words. Then why the fuck are you complaining about what's being said about you on the internet?
She found the deluge of hate from the video crushing and went underground, not going to any protests for the past 3 years, hoping to fly under the radar. Fast forward to now, someone found her again while she was buying a bottle of wine at an LCBO. They took this screen grab of the security video and posted it on Facebook. She believes it was the friendly LCBO employee who helped her a few weeks ago in the store. The post states, "Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the U of T feminist sensation from about 2 years ago. I deliberately asked her if she needed help to confirm her voice. And my God, everything checks out."
This is such a huge problem, and it's bigger than this one particular LCBO employee. It's an issue of, women getting harassed, especially feminists, getting harassed by men.
Bitch, are you fucking retarded? Oh my god. This all started because you harassed men at a men's rights meeting. Jesus Christ, some people are fucking stupid.
And in particular, people who are anti-feminist. It's a huge thing that oftentimes we ignore, and we don't take it seriously.
For 3 years she's been silent. She's afraid of getting another deluge of hate mails. But she also wants her voice back.
Staying silent gets me nowhere. So, I'm still taking heat while I'm staying silent, so I might as well speak up.
I fucking dare you, cunt. Just take your time, okay, Chanty? We'll be here waiting for when you do decide to speak up again.
Now, we contacted the LCBO about this breach of privacy. In a statement, they said that their surveillance system is in place to provide safety and security, and under their policies, the footage is only supposed to be used for those purposes. Now, they did launch an investigation. However, they say it's an employee matter at this point, and they will not reveal the status of the investigation or if an employee has been sanctioned. We may never know. Throughout our show, we've been telling you about a bizarre story. A young woman, a female activist who challenged a group of men's rights protesters here at U of T on St. George. That was 3 years ago, and ever since, she has been haunted with a barrage of online hate that is still surfacing today. And I'm going to bring Avery Haynes into this conversation now. And we were talking earlier in the newsroom and realized you were actually at that protest that sparked this entire story 3 years ago.
That's right. And at that time, there was a lot of controversy across the city about these men's rights organizations and whether they should or shouldn't be sort of setting up shop in places like U of T and Ryerson and York. And so I thought I'd come down to one of the seminars that they were hosting. And that seminar had a lot of protests, including the woman who you interviewed today.
And so are MRA, so get the out of your treehouse.
This is the Video City News shot of the woman now being haunted and hunted online. It was at a protest against a men's rights group who was holding a seminar at the U of T campus on what's called misandry, the discrimination of and the hatred for men.
Double standards underlie this entire conversation.
A protest a few months before all that turned violent, and all of this came at a time when these men's rights groups were trying to set up shop at university campuses across Ontario. Now, the U of T Student Union told me back then that feminists were being stalked and harassed online by these groups.
They've been putting photos up of outspoken women on campus on their website, saying that they hope they get what's coming to them.
And while the woman in Cynthia's story may feel that she's all alone, she isn't. A Texas-based website called Voice for Men has been actively trying to sic its membership on women at these sorts of protests. Under the headline of featured offenders, women at the protests were being outed for being bigots. A link to longer stories on the women says, take note of how easy it is to track these people down and document their actions. At the protest where this woman's problems all began, there were 2 members of A Voice for Men wearing badges and a small GoPro to document just what was happening. This is what they told me then about targeting feminists.
We are absolutely 100% opposed to violence. We have no patience for it. We don't think it's a legitimate tool of political change.
Threatening posts from the Voice for Men show no signs of letting up. Here's one from just a few months ago from a writer with a message to feminists. He says they need to learn to fear retribution from us. Soon we will have online tools at our disposal to strike fear in the hearts of feminists. Be ready for it.
That's it for this video, guys. I just wanted to share that with you all. Thanks for watching, take care, and as always, cunt fist.